ARPA supporters, I come to you from my office late on Wednesday, December the 1st with some bad news. Earlier this week, on Monday afternoon, the Justice Minister, David Lametti, introduced Bill C-4, a bill to ban conversion therapy. The problem with this bill, as the problem was with its previous iteration in the past 2 years, is that it defines conversion therapy much too broadly. It's a conversion therapy bill that bans much more than conversion therapy. We've been consistent in our approach to this issue, that is that we're opposed to conversion therapy, properly understood. Coercive practices, torturous treatments, and so on are long discredited and have no place in modern society. However, Bill C-4 and previous versions of this bill, Bill C-6 last year, define conversion therapy much broader than that and would capture spiritual counseling and Christian teaching around sexual ethics and personal identity and so on. So this bill is very problematic. And we were gearing up this week to get prepared to engage on this bill, engage Parliament on this bill again, engage the House of Commons, engage the Justice Committee in order to try to fix the definition of conversion therapy so that it doesn't do more harm than good. Well, all of that was taken away from us this afternoon when the Conservative Party, yes, the official opposition, when they put forward a unanimous motion in the House of Commons this afternoon that allowed for Bill C-4 to skip all of the parliamentary procedures in the House of Commons. So it went from being introduced on Monday and it skipped over second reading debate, committee study, investigation with experts and witnesses and stakeholders, and third reading in the House of Commons, plus the debate around third reading. All of that was skipped through this unanimous motion in the House of Commons this very afternoon. And so in 48 hours, the bill has gone from being tabled and entered into the Senate for that round of deliberation there. So we're deeply surprised, first of all, disappointed to say the least, even angry about this development. Indeed, we're shocked that the opposition, which had actually put up a decent opposition to this issue last year and in the previous Parliament, gave up so easily on this bill. And so we want to share that with you in order to ask for your help. We want your help with a number of things. First, we want your help through prayer. We're very troubled by this. This is going to have profound implications for churches across this nation. It's going to impact on our freedom of religion and our freedom of conscience and expression and our freedom of association for the church to be the church and to minister to those who have these deep existential questions about who they are and how they should live and how they should structure their sexual ethics and so on. So there's huge implications for the church. So please be in prayer for the church in Canada that we may remain a winsome and compassionate witness to a culture that is deviating from the Word of God. Then we also ask for your help as we engage the Senate. We're going to need you to be engaged alongside us so that senators understand the gravity of the situation and really do grapple with this issue and hopefully do consider amending the bill. We also ask that you would reach out to your member of Parliament and express your profound frustration and disappointment that they did not deliberate and debate on this issue, that they did not ask important questions about the definition of conversion therapy, for example, that they did not ensure that it's as good a law or good as bill as it should be, that they didn't honor the parliamentary tradition, that they should be held accountable for that, and they should have to explain their vote today in that respect. And finally, we also ask that you would support ARPA and other organizations like us as we move forward on this issue. It may well be that Parliament fails to honor and respect our fundamental freedoms, that they fail members of the LGBTQ community who should have equal access to the kind of spiritual support and counseling that heterosexual people in this country have access to. And so if there is a failure on the part of Parliament to stand up for fundamental freedoms, then we may very well need to turn to the judiciary, to the judges, to the courts in order to examine this law and to see whether or not it ought to be struck down as unconstitutional. Friends, while I am deeply disappointed and angry about this development, I am not without hope, nor should you be without hope. We confess and trust in the Lordship of Jesus Christ over all of life, not only over my life and every aspect of it, but also over the church in Canada and over this nation, and that nothing happens outside of his providence. And so we entrust also this development to his hands. We entrust it to him in prayer and in faith. And we ask you to also be able to do the same and find comfort in that reality. So with that, I bid you adieu and have a good evening. Thank you so much for your ongoing support and encouragement. Take care.